Fresh kicks. Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome back to the 8th episode of Sneakerhead Stories. And we are nearing the ending of season 1, and I thank y'all for riding with us, commenting, sharing, and just overall supporting. Thanks to the people who bought the t-shirts, and I thank y'all for that. Y'all the real MVPs out here. And if you want to join the movement, just follow us on Instagram and Twitter right here. And if you like this t-shirt and want to become a member of Sneakerhead Stories, just go to our website, www.sneakerheadstories.com, and get yours. For this episode, we have actor, musician David Ramsay. He has a crazy story for y'all involving sneakers. It's wild, but y'all gotta stay tuned for that. But first, as you know, the sneaker of the episode. The LeBron 9 was released on October 25th, 2011 in the black and red colorway. Designed by Jason Petrie, the upper featured Hyperfuse and Flywire with Zoom Air in the forefront and 180 Air Max in the heel. LeBron himself had a lot of say-so in the shoe design. Even Jay-Z and Kanye had their own tour edition, Watch the Throne, years before the general release. The gold piece on the Watch the Throne pair was designed by Gabriel Urist. Classic shoe. Now that was a dope little history of the shoe. And right here, I got a LeBron. The LeBron 9, the Big Bangs. These recently came out. Big shout out to my homie Matt Sampson. You know, he definitely let me borrow these for the show. And these are pretty dope, man. I really like the icy bottom on these joints. And the galaxy theme is definitely dope. Big Bang, I'm definitely a fan of the Big Bang Theory. Not the show, but the actual event, the beginning of time. But these are definitely dope. They look like they're made to protect your ankle. You know, the trend today is wearing them low top sneakers, and you know, you see Anthony Davis. You know, he going out with ankle and knee injuries and stuff. They need to wear high top shoes to protect, you know? But these are actually dope, man. I definitely like the material on these. Definitely very sturdy. Nice air bubble. Nice upper. You know, I like this mesh here. You know, definitely stylish, though. Definitely stylish. I don't know if I can wear them, but other people can. Wear them in a club or something. Or wear them on the court. But you better be good, though. All right? But, yeah. That's it for the sneaker of the episode. Now we're gonna get into the interview with David Ramsay. Hope y'all enjoy that. And remember, we converse with the culture. Let's get it.
My name is David Ramsay. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Besides sneakers, man, I have a fetish for wrestling. I do. You know, I love wrestling since I was a kid. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, you know, Hulk Hogan, the whole shebang bang. Now to Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. Hopefully I can get myself in the ring somehow, some way. Yeah, besides that though, you know, my other passion other than wrestling, which is more like, you know, something to do with my pastime. But I'm into acting. I've been in movies and TV shows, did a commercial with LeBron James, was in Get Rich or Die Trying with 50 Cent, Ugly Betty, Sopranos, Cost of a Soul, which was written and directed by Sean Kirkpatrick, and music. You know, I'm heavy into the music. So, you know, I got a project that I just dropped last May, Khalid's Son, and it's on all streaming sites. It did very, very well, and I'll be dropping some new music very soon. My top favorite actors, you know, the ones that really do it for me, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Michael B. Jordan is a very good actor. The guy that plays on Snowfall, and that's the guy that plays Franklin. I don't know how to pronounce his name exactly, but that's a funny story as well because I actually auditioned to play the role of Franklin on Snowfall. So to see the direction that John Singleton went was amazing. I don't want to mess that kid's name up. He's a brilliant actor though. He's actually from London, I believe. He's British. But I'm definitely inspired by him. And Amari Hardwick is another good actor of mine that I like. Just the role he played on Power and playing Ghost. Like, you know, when an actor can play a role so well to the point where you believe that they're their character, even after the show is over, they did a job well done. Like, literally, you can see him in a movie and you don't say, oh, that's Amari Hardwick. You say, oh, that's Ghost. Look at Ghost in this movie. Oh, that's Ghost on Medea. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, those are some of the actors that really stick out to me. Did I say Will Smith? Because if I didn't, he's definitely one of them as well. Love Will Smith. Being from Brooklyn, New York, just being in that culture of hip hop and fashion, you know, New York is like the Mecca, you know. Being from the hood, you know, what you had on your feet represented a lot. It said a lot about you. You know what I mean? Like, if you went to school with some busted ass sneakers or whatever, you was getting clowned on. You know what I mean? So you had to have the freshest sneakers, you know? It's really like a culture, even still to this day. You know what I mean? Like, when you go, these kids is virtual, but, you know, I'm a 90s baby. So growing up in my era, you know what I mean? Like, what you had on your feet said everything. Whether that determined whether the girl that you liked was going to talk to you. It determined whether the people that you thought was cool was going to let you sit at their lunch table. So it meant everything. You know, I want to say maybe like when I got to 4th grade, that's when sneakers really started like being a thing for me. My grandma had brought me a pair of light up Skechers sneakers from Pathmark, right? And I liked them, right? I liked the sneakers. And when I went to school, I was stomping, you know what I mean, to get the lights to come on. And I thought they was the coolest things ever. And like, I got laughed out of the lunchroom. I never wore those sneakers again, you know what I mean? Like, but that was the day where I was like, yo, what I have on my feet means everything. So I went and called my mom, like, they was making fun of me in school. She got me some Jordans, and it was a life-changing experience after that day. I never looked back. I have on the Jordan 1 Retro Travis Scott Edition Mocha 1s. I knew I was coming up here today, so I made sure that I threw one of my favorite pair of sneakers on. But these bad boys right here are very comfortable. They're legendary. These are a classic vibe, you know, with a Travis Scott twist to them. And it's just very fashionable, I think. You know what I mean? I put it together very well today. But I was living in LA at one time, and there was this guy that I was hanging out with. And we was getting ready to go to this club or whatever the case may be. And I let him wear my 12s. I had the flu game 12s, you know. I let him wear my 12s. I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, you got something? I'm cool. So at the end of the night, you know, he started drinking too much. He kind of got a little too wasted or whatever the case may be. And we got into it. And we had a scuffle. After the scuffle, I'm trying to leave or whatever, but I realized he still had my goddamn sneakers on. So, cause I wanted my 12s, like those was like one of my favorite sneakers at the time. So like I literally had to run back to the scene, wrestle him down, take my sneakers off his feet, and to get back to where I was going in time before the police came. So yes, that's one of my crazy stories. Kids, don't let people wear your shoes that you don't really know like that. That's the best advice I can give you. But nobody was harmed bad. I just got my shit back. I got 3 prized possessions. Well, more than that, but I have a collection of sneakers. You know, I usually keep them in collections. But it's my off-white collection, which is the off-white Air Force Ones. And they say Air on at the bottom of them. So I got those in lime green, black, and then like a see-through kind of clear ones. They're like white. Those are my favorites. I literally only wore 1 pair each once. So, and then I'll be wearing them again for the summertime. All right, the 1 pair of sneakers that I want that I do not own is the Marty McFlys. Like I literally, they're like $20,000, $30,000 that they're being sold for right now. You feel me? Like the cheapest I seen was like $10,000, right? And I always tell myself like, who the hell would spend that much on like a pair of shoes? But like I would. Excuse me, I definitely would, and I'm gonna do that. Like when I touch my first million, then I feel like I can dibble and dabble in that. But because they like $20,000, $30,000 on eBay, some of them are selling for more, but they're awesome. They tie the shoes themselves, all of that. Like it's crazy. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're fucking amazing. What do I think of the resale game overall? I mean, it's just like anything else, you know. You gotta watch, you know, who you grabbing from, what you grabbing, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, if now that weed is legal, you know, some people you gotta watch who you getting weed from. You can't get weed off the street. You know, if you don't know the person, because they could be selling you anything, you know what I mean? It's much more safer to go to a dispensary, you know. But if you have somebody that's reputable and, you know, they've been in the game for a while or they have a nice connect and you know you can get your stuff for a good price, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Like it's a give or take. It's about what you willing to spend, what you're not willing to spend. You know, what you think is outrageous, somebody else might not think is outrageous. You know, so you find what works for you, and then you find the people that can get you what you need. You know, and you don't have to really compete, because I don't compete. You know, if I see a pair of sneakers and everybody's like, oh, I want to grab those, this is a release date. If I don't think they're dope, I won't grab them. Or like if I know everybody's going to have them, I don't want them. You know what I mean? Like I like to just dress in shit that makes me feel good for that moment or for that day. You feel me? If it just so happens to be dope, then hey, that's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because anything I put on, I think is dope anyway. You know what I mean? But I don't like really like dress for, you know, somebody else or whatever. So it's like with the resale thing, a lot of people, they'll buy sneakers at ridiculous prices and then try to sell it for even more ridiculous prices, which is fine, you know, get your money, you know what I mean? You're gonna have people that feel like they wanna pay for that, and then you're gonna have people that don't wanna pay for it. It's more so preference, you know what I mean? Like, it's preference.
Hey, welcome back, y'all. That was Davey Ramsay's interview. Definitely dope interviewee. It was awesome to get to know his stories, and he definitely had a wild sneaker story that we all could appreciate. Great actor, great musician, and he's out here. I'll definitely leave his social medias in the description below, and y'all definitely check that guy out. All right, now, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 8. It's definitely been a wild ride from 1 to 8. Man, it's dope to be coming to the close to season 1. It's dope, you know. No other word to say it. So I hope y'all been enjoying. Episode 9 and 10 is on the way, and I'll definitely get with y'all soon. Definitely follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and yo, we converse with the culture. All right, I'll catch y'all. Peace.